Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy, Pirate Poots, and today I'm going to talk to you about a thing about freelancing. So in the short time I've been doing it, I've learned a lot of new things, and I just wanted to take time today to discuss with you a few things about it. So, when you first start out, you may underestimate the value of your time. Basically, you'll kind of look at what you're doing at your current full-time job or part-time job probably, and you'll probably base your rate that you charge customers on that rate that you're getting hourly for your hourly wage. And then over time, you may shift your rates, basing it on what your skill level is, how comfortable you are, and the average rates of what people are doing around you for similar work. Along the way, you'll have people approach you, and you'll tell them your rates and everything, and then they may say something along the lines of what you're asking for is too much. To them, your time is not worth what you said it is worth. They'll probably try and exploit the knowledge of the fact that you're a newer artist or creator of something, and that you're hungry for that next commission, because that's how you get your money. What they'll try and do is get something for next to nothing. Don't give in to this. They need you, you don't need them. Never settle for anything less than what you believe your time is worth. On top of things like this, there's another common issue that most artists see. And I'm just gonna flat out say this. Do not accept exposure for free art. Basically, if you ask me, people who are offering exposure for your time are not going to get you enough exposure to make up for the time that you just spent working on their stuff. Essentially, all you're doing at that point is help them somehow reap the rewards of their work and potentially not uphold their end of the bargain by giving you that exposure that you were promised. Again, they need you. You do not need them. Think of it like this. How many successful businesses are there that couldn't afford to pay you for your time? If they were successful, why would they need to ask for something for free? Just think about that. So what have I learned to do to protect myself? Well, firstly, I'm not afraid to say no. There's so many different ways to make money on the side these days that I'm not hurting for customers or anything like that. I do actively go out in search of clients due to the fact that I still do have a very small clientele. But I'm not hungry for money at this point. If I need money, I can go and make it. The thing is, if someone asks you to do something you don't want to do, you can say no. No is a powerful word, and it empowers you. Another thing that I've started doing is giving quotes to customers. Rather than saying, I charge this hourly rate, I've now started coming up with quotes. This seems to be a more professional way to do things too, so that makes sense to do it. I come up with my quotes by judging how long it may take to create what they're wanting, multiplied by my hourly rate. And then on top of that, I factor in any materials or software and whether it has to be rushed or if I can take my time on it, allowing me to have the freedom to handle my everyday business or, have some relaxation time. Now, when I say the software, think of it like this. If you pay for a monthly fee for your Adobe Cloud subscription, why not take that into account? It's a business expense after all. After coming up with the quote, I let the customers know my quote, obviously, or why wouldn't you come up with the quote? If they need it broken down, I can let them know everything up front. I let them know the hourly rate, how long I think it will take to finish it, any cost of materials, etc. Obviously what I mentioned previously. And then of course I'll let them know about the fact whether it's a rush job or not, playing into the fact that it's going to cost them a little more. This tends to be the point where they will either say it's too much for them or they'll accept it, basically. They'll either say it's too much for them and they'll move on to someone else. Probably give you a little bit of a guilt trip because you are charging them too much, but whatever. they don't matter at that point if they want to do that. But the ones that do move on and just say, look, I don't have the money at this time, you do deserve that much money, so I'm just gonna come back to you another time. Those are the unicorns. Those are the ones you want to keep. Anyway, moving on. Another thing that I've done lately to kind of protect myself is I advise them that I require half up front. I advise them that the cost is non-refundable and it's considered a security deposit. You can choose any percentage of cost that you want, or maybe even charge for just the cost of materials, but for me, I find the most reasonable thing to do is just tell them half, because my turnaround time is rather quickly anyway, so it's really not too massive of an amount usually. What this deposit does for you is it helps you avoid a flaky customer who may decide partway through the project that they no longer need or want you to finish it. Basically, to reiterate on a point that I made earlier, your time is valuable, and so by requiring a deposit, you are guaranteed your work isn't a complete loss. Eventually, you'll gain clients that you work with frequently enough that you earn each other's trust, and a deposit may not be necessary, but always calculate the risk before dropping the deposit entirely. Life happens, and sometimes those really responsible and seemingly unicorn customers may end up running out of money before you're done with the project, and so, you know, when you're done and you want to hand it over, they've got no money to give you. So, you know, you'll be out of money for the work that you've done. So, again, accepting a deposit or requiring a deposit in advance is usually a good suggestion, you know, if you're doing this as a professional endeavor. Anyway, hopefully this information may help you. If you're not a freelancer and you just happen across the video, hopefully this will shed some light on some issues that we go through. If you're an artist and you got any other advice for artists that maybe I didn't cover in this video, let us know in the comments. I also wouldn't mind hearing some of your horror stories you may have. I may actually feature them in an upcoming video, as I plan on actually talking about some of my worst experiences as well. If you like this video, consider giving it a like and a share. I make all kinds of videos, and so if you want to see more, consider subscribing. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have a Patreon. All Patreon backers will see their name at the end of my videos. Eventually, I'd love to start doing monthly art postcards when we get enough backers, so if you're interested in stuff like that, it's kind of like saying you're getting free art, even though you're paying me monthly to help me out, and I'm giving you... Anyway, you'll get stuff. Things. That being said, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Stay salty, friends. Friday, I'll be releasing the next video in my No BS Guide series for RPG Maker MV. If you're interested in getting the map made in any version of RPG Maker featured in that video, get your comments in on the video at the end card scene by 8 p.m. Central on Thursday. Peace!